soon. Without a doubt.
Heidi ho, and what do you know? Welcome back to the All Funk No Bunk podcast, guys. Happy to have you back for another week. I am Noah on Instagram. I am at the Desert Hippie.
And I'm Nick. You can find me on Instagram at Bearded Dapper Reviews.
Woo. Welcome back, guys. If you're watching this is probably we might be up to something this week, and we're just happy to have a little content here for you guys. I think it's really just gonna be kind of more like getting to know us kind of week, a little bit of story time, a little bit talking about just some,
I love
things.
story time.
Story time.
I don't want to do lots of story times, but I think sprinkling in a few story times sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it helps you guys get to know us a little better too.
I have just so many dumb stories I can tell.
Bro, I'm just kind of a ditz.
Just a bajillion.
Yeah, I know a lot about cannabis, but let's just say, I could use some help in some other realms of life. That's for fucking sure. I was just trying to change some windshield wipers. All right, guys, I am not mechanically, when I say mechanically inclined, I don't know shit about cars. I learned everything off of YouTube. I pay to get my oil changed every fucking time. 90% of the time, I will try to pay to fix my car. Always. I will fucking...
Okay, well, just so you know,
fork over
if it's ever something like windshield wipers,
okay,
you can
that
just
one,
fucking ask me, because
look,
your boy knows at least something about cars.
Look, I see, and that's where I felt like I'm at. I can jump a car, I can change a tire. I'm not incompetent completely, but
changes brakes on cars a bunch of times.
I've done that, but I couldn't do it alone. Okay, see, you're way ahead of me, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know everything about cars, but I can help with a couple things.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up, trust me. But, I figured, okay, seriously, putting on windshield wipers is,
the easiest thing you can do to your car?
As easy as it gets. It's fucking retarded. But I'd never done it before. Okay? And when you take these things off, I just kind of was pulling them off, whatever. I could kind of see how it fit in there. And I get one off. I get fucking one off. And I'm kind of looking at it.
Feeling real good about it.
I'm feeling fine. I've read the back of the fucking packaging. It looks super easy. Why I would look up a YouTube video. Always look up a YouTube video. God damn it.
It's all, he looks up a YouTube video and the first thing they say is what you did, probably. They're whatever you do, do this.
Yeah. So, when you take off the windshield wiper, it's just a fucking metal bar with a giant curve at the end, and it's even got a little fucking edge on there.
Like a hook.
And like a hook, like a metal hook, and I bumped into that thing, and it just fucking down right onto my windshield, and just...
And just broke your shit?
Broke my shit. Now, it didn't, break in, but, cracks all up the glass, dude. It was a...
You're hilarious.
$400 mistake that I made.
How'd you feel in that moment? What'd you do?
I was super confused. I literally just looked at it for a second. And at first I didn't even know what happened. I heard it go down. I heard kind of a weird noise. And I was, sitting there, what was that? And I, turned and looked at it. And I was just... I think I just put my hands on it. I think I just... oh,
That's exactly what I pictured.
I definitely paced. I'm a pacer. I was trying to figure out. I don't know.
So how do I fix this?
yeah. It's pretty much where I was at. How do I make this better? But man, you can't. That is a $400 mistake.
You don't. You just hire some asshole
and
to come do it.
With me and my girlfriend were talking about it too, and we were both I bet if I would. She was I bet if we looked up a video, it was the first thing on there. And sure as shit, in my
whatever
own
you
time,
do,
looked up the video. And it was put down a towel or something underneath your windshield wiper first thing. First, don't risk it, guys. And I was oh, fuck me.
Hilarious.
That's my life, dude. I make these type of debacles all the time, dude. It's fucking a bit of a ditz. But I'm out here trying. Your boy... I'm probably just going to pay people to do things from now on. If it wasn't worth the $400.
Dude, you could have paid me $5. You could have just gave me a dab and I would have done it. You could have brought me A White Claw and a dab. A total of $5.50.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things where, like, I feel like I should be able to do it. Like, I should just fucking do it.
Well, what matters is that you learned from your mistake.
I learned,
and
boy.
You will never again, ever,
boy, learned.
Ever change your windshield wipers without a towel or something to put that shit down.
Ever. I'll probably literally give you just dabs to do it. Like, I don't, like,
I'm also really good
Pandora's
at
box
fixing,
with cars.
I'm also really good at fixing, like, little stupid interior things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, all right, y'all, while we're talking about some of my downfalls, I have a really nice 2013, I think it's 2013, 2012 Chevy Cruze, okay? This thing's fucking nice. It gets great gas mileage. And I ruined it. I fucking ruined it. Bro, I worked construction, I worked painting, I worked
Yeah.
There is paint stains, I have left amounts of food in my car that are concerning to the average person.
Nice.
And so does spilled, like, I need serious detail work, so, like, I'm gonna be doing some before and after shots with the homie Johnson's Auto Detailing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should have.
I'm gonna have
Johnson's Auto Detailing.
I'm gonna have Jared fucking fuck up my shit
Homeboy.
because homeboy knows what's up with the what's up, and
yeah, for sure.
and my car needs that kind of help. Like, it's so bad, and I'm a new man. Okay, that was a while ago. All right,
That's old me.
It's old
That's
me.
2019 me.
2020 me is ready to buy some car seats and keep fucking better care of that shit. So.
Yeah, I'm bad too. I go through phases with it, honestly.
Really?
Mine's like seasonal. And in the wintertime, I don't feel like cleaning my car. I don't feel like spending the time on it. Shit builds up. I leave trash in there. It gets ugly. In the summertime, it's like nice out, and I go to the car wash, and I spend a little time vacuuming and keeping it clean, and wiping it down and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
In the wintertime, I just don't feel like it's like cold, and I ain't going out there and fucking wasting my time doing that shit. Fuck that.
It's fucking fair. I get that. Yeah, I hate the cold. And
so my car's pretty shitty right now, but it's, as we know, getting nice out finally.
Finally.
I was literally just thinking about this weekend going over to the car wash and
doing that whole shebang.
cleaning it up. Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of an interesting topic too, because you used to run a fucking car wash, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go to that car wash, the same one.
You were a manager, right, over there?
Yeah,
for a long time. That's how you actually
the store. That's why I moved to Carson City. Because
I was that's
the
what I was
manager of a store of one of those car washes in California, and they were opening a store in Carson City, Nevada, and they needed someone to run it, and someone else was gonna go, and then they found out that it snowed here, and they were like,
"No shit,
no thanks, yeah, I don't want no part of that."
Just because of the snow, like
yeah, they're like Cali people. They're like, I don't want to fucking, you know what I'm
that.
saying? Live there the whole lives. They're like, I've never even seen snow.
Like, why would I want to see snow? Like,
So-
snow's dope. Snow's dope.
So they were like, oh my god, it snows a bunch up there? And they were like, not just a little bit either, like it snows a lot. And I was like, that's a lot to you. A lot to you is like a couple inches, you know what I'm saying? You never even seen it. So they were like, they backed out, and then if y'all don't know, I love to move around. So I fucking offered. I was like, hey, I can do it.
Did you like look at it before or anything? Like, or were you just like, fuck it, like I'll go to Carson?
They said they weren't gonna do it, and I like Googled it on maps.
Okay.
And I saw how close it was to Tahoe.
Ah.
And you know what I mean? You like Google Carson City, Nevada, and if you just like Google it and you're like in a different part of the country, it shows like the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you pull it up on maps, and you can just see Tahoe like chilling on the left. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what's that giant body of water? And I like zoom in, I'm like, oh shit, that's Lake Tahoe. And I was like, so then I started like doing like the maps, you know what I'm saying? Like how long it takes to get from Carson to like South Lake or whatever. And it was like, 35 minutes or whatever. And I was like, okay, I could live like that. And so we did a little tiny bit more research on it. And that was it. Like literally, when I say a tiny bit, I mean like another 20 minutes Googling things about Carson City, you know what I'm saying? And then I went home that night and asked Avery, my lady, and then we took a day or two to think about it a bunch and do a little more research and stuff, and then that was it. We came out. The company was flying out here the owners were flying out here to deal with some business things, you know what I'm saying? With it being a new opening up any minute, you know what I mean? A couple days. So we rode with them. We flew out with them and looked for apartments.
How long?
We had 1 day to look for a place to live. Damn. 1 day. So we found we moved to the Dolphin Bay apartments, which are too expensive, but because I didn't know anything about the town, I just wanted to know that I had a nice place. I was like, if one thing, but I just, you know what I mean? Worst case scenario, I hate it there. At least I have a nice place to come home to and feel at home, you know what I'm saying? So we just said, fuck it, and, like, spent too much money, like, on the apartment, but we just, you know what I mean? Like I said, I just wanted to have something, you know what I'm saying? So we moved in there, and then...
You're probably making decent money at the time.
That's what I'm saying, it's not that I couldn't afford it, I just fucking...
It was just a lot. They're expensive. It's a lot, They're definitely, like... But it's nice.
Especially for a fucking tiny one-bedroom, second-floor apartment and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that it's that much, it's just for what you get, you know what I mean?
Like, it was nice, but it wasn't that fucking nice.
But it's not big. It's nice, it's just not big.
Well-maintained more than anything, rather than, like, a big, nice...
What was nice about it is the concrete floors. You can't hear your neighbors.
Oh, that's
what's nice about it.
Okay, I feel it. Makes sense.
So we did that, and I fucking made it out to Carson City. And I fucking worked at the car wash for like 2 more years over here. Okay. And now I fucking work at the dispensary for the past 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
I can't believe I've lived in Carson City for 4
I was about to say,
years.
because for
feels
someone
crazy.
For someone that moves around or has moved around so much, you know, it seemed. It is a little crazy for you.
Because I only lived in I lived in Pennsylvania until I was 18, obviously. Because, you know what I mean?
That's life.
Graduated, yeah. And then once I left, and then I was only in Texas for under a year. And then I was in Colorado for almost exactly a year. And then I was in California for like 2 or 3 years. And now I've been here for like 4 or 5 years.
Fair enough.
So, I guess I've been getting lazy. Every time I stay a little longer, it's like...
It keeps getting longer and longer. And well, now it's really hard because we're really trying to build like certain... Like even... Like the podcast aside, like even with like the normal stuff and like some of the other stuff we have going on, it's really hard to kind of...
Personally, I love it here.
Yeah.
Personally, I love it here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if I didn't have projects going on that were like keeping me, you know what I mean, here or whatever, I mean... I like it here.
Yeah.
Not that Carson City itself is the coolest place in the world. It's just this town and also the surrounding areas have so much to offer.
It's definitely something where like I feel like I don't know, like we want to move and travel. Like I don't know if it'll look like moving or just traveling a lot. You know, we definitely want to go like that kind of route of life for sure, and somewhere we're working towards, but. This is still gonna be the roots. Like I will always have stuff going on here. Because I love it here. I'm born and raised native, northern Nevadan, and I think it's beautiful. And the biggest thing for me, and it's funny because me and Jen were talking about this the other day. The biggest difference between like raising a family or growing up, however you want to think about it, in a city versus a small town is you trade. So, like, the big city has, like, a lot more crime, right? Like, and you're worried about those type of things. But you trade that when you move to a small town for ethical issues and, like, moral issues and things like higher racism and like, shit like that, you know? So, it's kind of interesting, but I do like it out here besides that because I do think we have an issue with some moral and ethical things, but that's just that's just though. exactly.
It was the same way,
and I think that's just more of my point. Is like anywhere you go, I think there's problems, and I think it's gorgeous here, and I think there's a lot of potential for the area. I think like building things like in the future, I think this area is going to get a lot bigger. And I think, for sure. And I think it's going to start happening a lot more rapidly, and northern Nevada is going to expand very quickly, and I think that's going to provide a lot of like production and business and other types of opportunities.
And it's really sad to say it because it's a sad thing, kind of, but I think there's going to be a huge explosion around Tahoe as well, and they'll do a good job holding it back because that's what they do. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I still think in fucking 30 years or whatever. it's still going to be a whole lot different, than it is.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I think this whole area is going to be way bigger.
I do think that's slowly coming around, especially when you start seeing things like the Google businesses coming around.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
There's a lot more production facilities popping up for cannabis here, too.
Especially considering that... We'll just cut it right before.
Oh.
I stood
perfect.
up.
Yeah, that was perfect. Nice. Got your pho?
You got your foodies? Look at that smile. It's fucking pure happiness. Ollie! Ollie! Will you shut that so he doesn't whine and run in and out? Ollie, out here.
Oh, the butchers.
Oh, that was a terrible idea.
What were we talking about?
We're gonna let Ram in there. Ram. Everyone else. Ram's gonna have to be in here. He's gonna whine the whole
Ollie!
Ram. Ollie, come on. Yeah, but Ollie will be annoying if we log him in here. So. Ollie has to be out here, and Ram has to be in there, or they're annoying.
Essentially.
Just how it has to be, unfortunately. Okay,
I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about how everything got way bigger around here. Stop it. No. Lay down. Go lay down. Give it just a second. We'll jump right back in there.
You're going to have to jump in because I don't remember what I was saying.
We were talking about how everything was getting bigger around here and blowing up. We are just talking about Tahoe and how things were getting bigger and how the cities, there's more opportunities and blah, blah, blah. And you finished with something I think you were going to lead into the cannabis industry. You said something about cannabis. So okay. I think you're about to lead it into how even the cannabis industry might blow up here and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to say. I'm not sure.
That's essentially.
Stop it.
Even the cannabis industry seems to be having more like production facilities and things like that, like show up in our area, or at least talks of it and things like that too. And I think we're getting better zoning going on too. So like even
oh my god,
the small towns are going to start hopefully getting dispensaries. Like Gardnerville, I think is going to start seeing one pop up, which will change a lot of the dynamic of the area and stuff. But I think that'll be good. We need more access for patients in all areas. I think the whole zoning issue is a big thing. Like maybe not so much in California where it's like there's fucking almost every block. Yeah, for sure. It's not necessarily an issue.
The county that I moved from finally just got recreational though.
Oh, really? See, and
super
that's where
conservative county.
So weird, right? Like it's just the way it works with.
Finally just went recreational after all this time.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Crazy.
They got their first recreational dispensary up in there. Since fucking ever. Since back when they were doing medical and it was like anyone could get their med card. And, you know
right, yeah. It's just, yeah, weird. But like you said, I think it's just one of those things where I think everyone should see more, but I also see a lot of like potential for our area. So like it's like another reason why I can't just fully like ever leave necessarily, and I love it. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe 10 years from now or something, I don't know, but
yeah, we'll see.
For now,
if I have something like established,
now, I'm
like
fucking kicking
like the hope is right to have something established that's running, and then we can travel back and check on every so often or something.
Right,
essentially,
yeah,
like
sure.
That's the dream. But it's hard because you in like in this line of things we have to find so many like different routes of like doing things. So like we are working on switching over to like the weed tube right now, and so when we're filming this, it's not too long after we did the E-Money interview, and we dealt with some shit with that. Not for E-Money, he's great, and that was he was fucking killer. So thankful for that, sure. And God, what a cool guy. We're really looking forward to doing more stuff with him. But we were trying to promote. Trying to fucking
because we're a fucking cannabis related podcast and a cannabis related page and stuff, we're not allowed to do shit.
Fuck, man, like it's crazy.
We got people that we know tried to post for us and got flagged.
Yeah, homies.
You know what I'm saying?
Even got flagged trying to get
support us, yeah. And we could have zero chance advertising on Instagram.
Yeah, because I mean, we spent. Well, I'm just gonna say we put some money into it, and I think more than most people put into like for what we're doing. You know what I mean? We're really putting kind of some financial backing behind it, and you know, we wanted to put these advertisements out on Instagram because they're not super expensive, and you can get kind of a big bang for your buck. You know,
people for what they cost.
If you're you know, a normal person at least, but for us it was like a nightmare zone, man.
For sure.
You try to get a great clip, right? Because that's always like a thing. You want to make sure whatever you're going to spend money on is something that like with the best clip you can provide, essentially, well edited or whatever. Yeah, exactly. You don't want just anything going up for your money, but then, you know, trying to hashtag and then get proper audience viewing, because you have all those selections, and like you also select like when they click on it where it takes them to, and if you have any sort of like cannabis, it's just fucking anything, it seems like, just anywhere on your shit, they won't do it. Or when we do get through, right, say they approve our ad, then once it's approved, they have to be able to deliver it to the targeted audience. And so we get approved, and it tells you like, okay, we've sent it to this many people, so this much of your budget is spent. But none of our budget was getting spent. We were getting. It
wasn't sending it to anyone.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Anything. It was just sitting there.
Sit there, approved.
After it was approved, yeah, for a while too, not just like for 20 minutes.
We gave it like a couple of days, like 2 days, and man, just fucking nothing. And that's after. I mean, Nick, you spent
40 times.
Yeah, I was about to say you spent too much. Yeah,
too much fucking time.
It's just like
too much work.
The poor guy. I felt for him too, because I don't do a lot of the editing. I'm working on getting into that and contributing more in that way. But he's really doing all of that and trying to fix that post over and
just
over.
Annoying. That's all.
Yeah, I mean it just
easy. Sucks when you want to try to do something that you really.
It's easy.
You really want to do. You know what I mean? And then they're just shooting it down because I'm a fucking pothead or something.
Right, and it just goes back to like just more discrimination, essentially, when we're just, you know, essentially exercising our state rights.
Yeah,
you know,
literally what we were given the right to do. It is our personal right to do this.
Like, yeah, I mean, I could start a whole bunch of other, you know, topics off of that, but like my biggest issue is it's just still There's still plenty of discrimination against, you know, all of us and what we do, and there's really no way to even advertise for the cannabis companies. I mean, to be honest,
oh my
it's a
God,
big part of why you see
fucking ridiculous.
It's a big part of why anyone even sponsors us. Like, let's just be real. Like, they can't advertise in a lot of ways.
Advertise in any way.
In any way. Like, so like you have to.
So they have to rely on people like us that
have any kind of
outlet. To put that. Yeah.
The word out, which is crazy. You know, like, I mean, these are companies that are helping people and doing great stuff. And so I guess what I'm trying to get at is we want to back a platform that's willing to back us.
Right.
We want access to certain things for fucking sure, like goddamn advertising,
monetizing our channel and making, you know what I mean?
Just doing stuff at least with this, or at least having the opportunity, you know, is my biggest.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I just want to have the chance or the opportunity
if I need to
do it. Yeah, and WeedTube's at least gonna offer that. So I please, everyone, switch over to WeedTube and check them out and support them if you're a cannabis consumer, because I think one of the things a lot of us forget as consumers and being a consumer nation, that like where we spend our money is really shows who we support and where we put our support for how people are treated,
how capitalism works.
Right. And it's something that's not really taught or talked about, I feel like, in schools, and it should be, and it's something I really didn't realize, honestly, until the last couple of years. Like, I can fully admit that. Like, I never really thought about the fact that, like, when I spend my dollar, I'm showing supporting. Yeah, I'm showing support for a company and what they do and what they stand for. So, you know, in light of that and stuff, and just I think I want to put that out as a testament to our sponsors too, the MMG and the Happiest Hour, because like they are our sponsors, but we definitely didn't have to take them as our sponsors, but we were happy to, because they're companies we're definitely happy to stand behind. They treat their workers well. They make good product. They're
very nice people.
Great
Genuine
friendly people. Yeah, and like as an all around company, it's something we were happy to support. And I think it all kind of ties into that. So it's just part of why we're trying to make the change over to the old weed tube, and hope that we see you guys over there too. Like, we will still be posting on YouTube, because the reality right now is definitely like that's where our views are and where our audience mostly is.
Right.
But at any time that could get shut down on us. So we'll at least have the weed tube, and even if you guys aren't there now, it will be there. It won't ever get shut down, and all of our episodes will be on there. So
yeah, so worst case scenario, YouTube decides to fucking
shit on us,
delete us.
Yeah, for fucking God knows.
Yeah,
what.
Whatever. Well,
yeah, it'll all at least be there, and we're gonna stay uploading. Or
maybe in some sort of fantasy miracle world,
yeah,
it'll go federally legal really soon, and YouTube will just fucking lighten up.
Yeah, I'll not give a shit.
So I don't know if that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, it's hard and I understand from their point of view too, because it is hard being a platform that has so many kids on it to...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get it in a way. You know what
right.
I mean? In a way, I do understand sort of why they're...
Yeah, I definitely...
They're so...
You're not wrong.
So many underage kids on
No,
YouTube.
I mean,
it's unreal.
It's a very fair point.
Unlimited amount
of very
fair
kids.
Point. Billions of children.
Lots and lots of kids.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing to bring up, actually, just because, like, maybe there needs to be a separate app that they make in that way.
There kind of is in a way. That's why I'm saying that there's a YouTube Kids thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess my biggest point is that in my opinion, that's YouTube's it's our responsibility to do certain things, right? To advertise in a certain way and give certain disclaimers and things like that's on us. But I do believe that it's also on YouTube to figure out, well, we're doing everything right. Because I've seen plenty of people do everything right and still get their whole fucking page deleted.
Same.
So much work, and it's nearly impossible to get those subscribers back unless you're fucking really, really OG for sure. Yeah. And I don't know, it's just fucked up. So I do think they have some responsibility in that, in creating some type of restriction or app or way of around that. You know what I mean? Whether or not it's a 21 and up code or something. But I think that a lot of these companies need to be thinking about that right now too. And I think, which is also interesting for you to bring that up, because whether or not they have to do it now, because they don't. But at some point, all of these platforms and things are going to have to figure that out. If it goes federally legal, they'll no longer be able to...
discriminate against us.
Right, exactly, to discriminate. But then at the same time, like you said, there is a responsibility there for the underage
for them to figure it out,
viewers. And on us, too, again. We'll always be happy to abide by that. But there is, a two-way street there, too, for sure. And I wonder if anyone has thought about it. You know what I mean?
It's honestly almost even a fucking three-way street, because it also, I think, we leave a lot of... There should be a lot more accountability on fucking parents paying attention to what their kids are fucking doing, too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's also... as much as... There's only so much we can do, and there's only so much that YouTube can do, but if you're not paying attention...
And then let's be honest, too, if they don't set up the regulations correctly on certain things, too, then it's,
you know what I mean? Your kid's
so
gonna,
many
if
things
you let your kid
there.
get on it, they're going to find it.
But it's an interesting... Yeah, no, for sure, but that's a very interesting conversation that I've never really quite thought of to the extent of, that you brought up. I've thought about the fact that I'm annoyed as fuck, but... You're right.
At the same time, we grew up in that perfect internet era where,
boy.
things were fucking intense when we were little kids. And there was no restrictions on anything.
No restrictions.
We were like children.
I learned way too fast on that computer.
That's what I'm saying.
Because my parents would be fucking... I would get home at 3.
They didn't even know what was on it.
Yeah, right.
They didn't even know what was on there for you to watch. They'd find out what you were watching. They'd be like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you could find this shit on the internet. Like, I didn't know to be scared of it because I didn't know it was here.
Oh, man. And I'd get home at like 3 o'clock, and my parents wouldn't be home until like 6 o'clock because they both worked a fucking 9 to 5 job. I had 3 hours of fucking no fucking holds barred of just going looking at whatever I wanted. Yeah, I just lots of lotion. No,
that's insane though. I mean,
seas of lotion.
We grew up in the craziest.
Yeah,
like we were pretty much little kids when shit was getting real crazy on the internet.
That's why we're so fucking desensitized.
Yeah, and it's like, God, we don't even, you know what I mean?
There was a certain point where like just like with the shit I was like following and like with the limited of restrictions even on like MySpace and shit, like I watched a lot of people die.
Oh, same.
On the internet.
And it's everyone our age did.
I know. And like I feel even bad chuckling, but it's like there was so many people die on the internet. So many deaths. Like I would wake up and someone would have just like linked a death in my inbox. Like, and I don't even know how they like that got away with it. Like I don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like there was maybe some of it wasn't even real. Like I don't even know, but it sure thought it was at the time.
Dude, I remember fucking getting on like your friends would be like, you'd be like, go over to your friend's house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there'd just be some crazy shit like that on, and you're just like, oh my God, or like 3 guys, 1 hammer or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're from the. Like, you could literally define like our era as 2 girls, 1 cup.
I know,
like,
for sure.
It's fucking
the 2 girls, 1 cup. Yeah, shit like that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We'd be watching people slurp shit out of each other's asses and stuff when we were like before I even understood that was I was at an age still that when I saw that I didn't even realize it was sexual. You know what I'm saying? And then now you see it and you realize that was like somebody watched that because it's like their fetish. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't just do that for fun. They did it because it's like somebody's fetish. And I didn't even understand that when I was a kid. I just saw them and was like, who would make these people do this? Like, why? I don't get it. Like,
I have some emotional scars. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. There's 2 videos in particular, like I can think of that. It's not that I can think of. They just haunt me still.
There's definitely like 3 that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
I wish I
just
could.
Some terrible shit.
Some shit you just can't unsee, bro. I don't know, man.
we're
I don't know, man. We look like we're killing it on camera. That's for damn sure. But oh God,
hell no.
It was good times. But yeah, guys, that's a little story time with us. On this little episode. Heidi ho, and what do you know? We're calling it quits today, ladies and gents. 4:20 p.m. Wednesday, ladies and gents. Trying the afternoon. Hope you guys like that out. Again, check us out on WeTube and YouTube.
And Spotify.
And Anchor. But please, guys, we'd really like to push you guys to the WeTube, so check us out there first, and we will be trying to put some incentives to have you guys check us out there. Maybe we'll do like, I don't know, some type of something. We'll do something fun if you guys watch on WeTube versus our other platforms. But yeah, have a good day, guys.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah,
without a doubt.